Hey friends, welcome back to Texas Family Life. My name is Kristy. I'm a mama of 7. I homeschool, I home make, and I do just about everything in between. So sometimes with videos like this, it's hard to find the appropriate way to share exciting news with y'all. There are babies to be fed and other kiddos to play with. And if I told y'all we had a set schedule, I would be lying to you. We do schoolwork 4 days a week. Typically, we take off on Wednesdays just to give the kids a little break, and we go do something fun. There's always a baby around to help out with said schoolwork. And while I make most meals from scratch, I almost always have some project going in the kitchen. Today, it was making yogurt and putting it into jars from sitting overnight. And yogurt is one of my favorite things to make because it is so easy. My greatest fear is wasting it. So if I'm not confident that we will eat this much yogurt, I will just wait to make it. The kids have really been enjoying it this time around though. We will put some honey and fruit in it. And if I'm feeling extra, then we will make or find some granola to put with it. And it's just so good. And of course, the kids of all ages are always wanting to taste whatever is going on in the kitchen. I have found them trying to eat flour off the counter because usually what they find is something delicious. And if you're new here, hello, I am a messy person. I wish I was more type A, but I just make a mess everywhere I go, and so I just have more to clean up. In our home, we get dressed almost every day. There aren't many days where we just stay in our pajamas. When I stay in my pajamas, I feel less productive and I feel a little bit sad. So we get dressed and we make the best of our days, even if it's just to go on a walk. The twins these days are always up to something. They're either playing on their play mat or walking in the walker or eating. There's never a dull moment with them. They don't even tend to sleep on the same sleep schedule. At this point in homeschooling, it only takes a few hours in the morning. I tend to have them start school before breakfast while I'm making breakfast. And then we finish up after breakfast, after they get dressed and ready for the day. A lot of their work is independent. I try to teach a lot of independence in this home, although I still do probably about 90% of everything. There's a lot of schoolwork that my children can do on their own. I just tell them the directions a little bit, and they do it. Even little Owen here at 3 years old can dress himself, even if it is a Christmas sweater in warm Texas weather. While the older kids are doing school, the younger ones just kind of play and enjoy their time. And like I said, most days I am baking or cooking something different. Not a single day passes where I'm not making something from scratch. I recently learned a brownie recipe that I'll have to share with y'all. I've always made brownies from the box, always. But I finally tried one not from the box, and they are the best brownies we have ever had. So I will have to share with you. Today, though, these brownies were not for us. I am making a meal for a friend who has been ill for a couple of months. I finally got her to agree to let us bring her a meal, which I think was a bigger blessing to us than it was to them. So as usual, I'm making some sort of dessert to come with. Even if it's just fruit, I try to think of something sweet to send with and something that the kids will enjoy. I tend to make meals for the mamas at church that have just had a baby for their families, and it just brings me so much joy. I know what it feels like to be on a meal train and not get anything. And so I don't ever want anyone to feel that either. I think everyone should feel that they have a good community around them to support them in times of life when things are changing, whether it be birth or death or sickness. We just need to kind of take care of each other. This clip just kind of made me giggle because this is babies number 6 and 7, and with the first 4, I probably would have never wanted them to try something like this. But it's just a little taste, and he's perfectly fine. My recipes are very safe to share with the kiddos. We have been doing piano lessons for the kids on the iPad. That's about the only screen time they get other than a special movie here and there. But I highly recommend the piano app. I have zero musical skills, so it's nice to have something that teaches them how to play piano, and they're really excelling. Having older kids to play with the babies is such a game changer. I still remember when I had 3 kids under 4 and how challenging those days were. And it's such a blessing now to have kids to play with the babies and spend time together. And of course, like always, we are making the pork shoulder for their friends. It is such a simple meat. It's good for someone who has, salt restrictions or dairy restrictions or anything like that. They could put it on tortillas if they want to or not. You can top it with cheese or sour cream or eat it by itself. And it's also great in soups as leftovers, and it freezes well. It's just so versatile. And of course, my days are filled with mixing formula and getting that set aside. I love this 24-ounce pitcher thing. I can go ahead and pre-make milk and get it put away. And since we were heading to our friend's house just to drop off the meal, I like to pack a few bottles. And there's always that one bottle hiding that you forgot about. It happens every now and then, for sure. My husband and I joke that you can feed kids anything from the kitchen and they will eat it. But once you put it on a plate and tell them it's their meal, then all bets are off and they fight you with eating. I just look tired. I am always very tired looking. Okay, so as you know, we've been talking a while about a big surprise we have coming. Many of y'all have guessed what this surprise could be, our announcement. One guess is that we're moving, and we are not moving yet. Our dream, of course, is land. We would love some acreage for these kids to run and play. We would love to be able to give them that space and that freedom just to be out and running. We would love a dairy cow. We would love pigs, all the things, but this is not where we are in life yet. We're still trying to get out of debt. We still have some debts. It's just reality for us right now. And we're doing a good job with that. We are very, very close. So once we get that taken care of, then land is going to be the next step, and that's going to be another exciting journey. So stick around a few years, and hopefully that's something you'll get to see. Some of y'all guessed a trip, and we are not going on a trip. We went to Cincinnati last year. That was fun. We don't really go on trips every year. We're very happy being at home. We're very happy taking care of our chickens and our dogs and our homestead. And that's not something you can just regularly step away from. We had our neighbor watch all of our animals last time, and it's just kind of a big deal to ask someone to take care of all your things while you're gone. So we probably won't go on a trip this year. We'll make beach trips to Galveston. One of my friends talked about meeting up in Louisiana maybe, which is not too far from us, to go to some new exhibits they have for kids, which sounds like a lot of fun. So that might be happening in the fall. We don't have a lot of plans. We're still working on teaching all of our kids swimming. And once that's down, then maybe we'll do a lot more fun things that involve water. The beach is good because, it's a gradual deepening of the water. So I'm so comfortable with that. But having 7 kids and worrying about water is a little bit taxing. We put them in swim lessons and they didn't necessarily take to it. And we don't have a pool, so they don't get to practice regularly. And it's just one of those things that they're not necessarily skilled at yet, and they'll learn eventually. I guess the only way to say it is 7 is heaven, but 8 just couldn't wait. So we are expecting baby number 8. We are very excited. I don't know if y'all can see this. People, yeah, see. As y'all know, I'm very open with our little journey of what we're doing because I'm here to share with y'all and encourage y'all and things like that. So all of our children are not planned. We don't say, okay, time to try for a baby. We've tried that with our first. We failed miserably. We did not get pregnant. It was depressing. So we were just let's leave it up to God. Let's just leave it up to God. And he took care of it. And so ever since then, all of our kids are between 17 and 20 months apart, and it works perfectly for us. We just enjoy it so much. And for us, breastfeeding, I guess, is something that delays my fertility coming back. I've always been pregnant by the next kid's first birthday, which we love. We love our kids being close in age. They're the best of friends. It is so fun. So this time, as y'all know, I couldn't breastfeed. And I told my best friend, I'm like, I think I might be fertile sooner. And like I said, like, we're putting this in God's hands. Like, if he doesn't want us to have children, there's nothing we can do to stop it. But if he wants to have children, there's nothing we can do to stop it. So God has chosen to bless us with one more soul. We have not told the kids yet. I'm going to record their reactions so we can share that with y'all, because that's a lot of fun. I know they're gonna be excited. I know they already talk about, you know, I think you might have a baby in your tummy and stuff like that. And I'm excited to, we haven't told family, we haven't told anything. I love this YouTube channel. I love talking to y'all. And I'm gonna share another big secret with y'all, is that, like, my family, people that I personally know, do not know that I have a YouTube, because I feel like this YouTube, I can be myself. I'm not trying to be who other people think I am, which is a tricky slope you get in sometimes, is like trying to be the person that other people think you are instead of being who you truly are, which is a bad habit, and I encourage you not to be that way. Don't change who you are for other people. And I guess that means more like I'm more reserved around a lot of people, or, you know, on here I can be kind of silly with my kids and I can be funny and nobody thinks I'm pretending because I'm being myself, where like it's just weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm being myself around like my family or some friends, and I feel like they don't believe me. So I don't know. Anyways, y'all are the first to know, and my family doesn't know yet. My best friend knows, and a couple of other really good friends at church know, and that's about it. And it's been kind of nice, like, having it be our little secret. We are still pretty early. I haven't gone an ultrasound yet. We haven't really figured out the route we're taking, whether we're going to do, you know, another home birth or the hospital. The only reason I would do a hospital birth is just for like convenience sake. It's just quicker to just set that up and be like, hey, here it is, instead of like going and just, I don't know. I don't really know my reasoning yet, but we're just taking this time slow. We're enjoying it being between me and my husband, because that's another thing, is I always find out by myself and then I surprise him. He found out with me this time, and so it was really special, really exciting. He's known this whole time. We've almost slipped up to everybody, even the kids. And oh yes, my husband did tell his mother, so that was fun, because she was talking about how she loves all these grandchildren that she has, and that like there's never, you know, too many. So he said, oh, okay, how about one more? So my little theme that I came up with myself, I hope I didn't see it somewhere else, but is that 7 is heaven, but 8 couldn't wait. And I think it's really special, and we are so excited to continue to grow this family. Some of y'all guessed numbers 8 and 9, which there's a 1 in 12 chance that I could have twins again, because mine are fraternal, which means I ovulated twice. So that can just happen again. It's more likely, especially as I'm getting older. And I've had a ton of kids already, so that is our news, and we are so excited to share with you. Stick around and look for the video where we show our kids. So these will be our closest babies in age. They'll be about 13 months apart. They will be born, the baby. I'm gonna have to get used to that. I don't know, anyways. The baby will be born this year, after the twins' birthday. So they're not technically Irish triplets, because there's 2 and then a 3rd one. Not technically. So they are their own little people. So we're excited. It's going to have its own challenges, and if you are in a similar boat as me, congratulations. If you are confused as to why I would want a large family, you can look in the description box below as to why we love big families. I guess thinking the other day and just kind of pondering on it, you can't take it with you. You cannot take it with you when you go, but you can help fill the heavens with many souls, which who wouldn't want to fill the heavens with souls? Yes, there are many of you that cannot have children, cannot have more than just a few children, or however many you desire, and we are not all in the same situation. You know, some of us are called to live the religious life, some of us are called to live the celibate life, some of us are called to have a very hard, trying life, some of us are called to have many children, some of us are called to have one child, mom brain, one child. our journeys aren't going to look the same, and this is ours, and this is what we're sharing with you, and we love it. And I just want to show everyone that, like, having kids is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. And yes, it is so hard, but it is so worth it. And we're just so excited. We're thrilled. But I hope this news finds you well and that you can find some joy with us. Please, if you think about it, pray for a healthy pregnancy and healthy baby and all that for me. That would be wonderful. And I am praying for all of y'all. I thank you again for following along with us on this journey. I am just so thankful for all of you, and being able to share this with you is so exciting for me. So thank y'all, and I can't wait to see y'all again soon. Like I said, look out for the video of us showing our kids, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.